Good day to you people of the interwebs, and welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where I am going to be looking at this guy. This is Beast Wars Dinobot. Now, in Phil Railtrap 25's latest video, he's talking about characters that you see something you're not really keen on getting, and then when you see something in fiction, maybe in comic books, but I'm going to be talking about cartoons today. You see something and you go, I'm not really keen on that, and then something happens to reverse your opinion, and you get, it's the character really that makes you want to get this. And this is the case in point in Dinobot, because I got into that Beast Wars straight away. I saw them in Toys R Us when I was there, just mooching about. I saw Beast Wars figures, and this was before I'd even seen the show, or knew the show. Well, I think it was slightly before it even had aired in the UK. And I bought Rhinox and I bought Scorponok, because I'd always liked rhinoceroses as creatures, and Scorponok was, a favourite G1 character. So at this stage, Scorponok was G1 Scorponok to me. It didn't really matter that it was Beast Wars. To me, it was still the same character. It was just a different model of him. And back in those days, this is what they had. You used to get a little fold-out in the package of your toy that told you all the other toys that were out in that wave. And in it, there was a toy, a Velociraptor, called the Dinobot. Now, to me, Dinobots are a group of Transformers, a beloved group of Transformers. In fact, the main reason I became a fan of Transformers was the Dinobots. So to call just one character Dinobot, that seemed clown shoes to me. That just seemed like just the stupidest ideas. And already I was like, no. Don't just be Dinobot. Be one of the Dinobots. Don't be Dinobot. You're ruining it. How can there be Dinobots if one person's name is Dinobot? It was ridiculous. And plus, this is a good figure, but he has the elephant in the room, which is these legs that just look, hello, does this stick out there? So I was like, I'm not getting him. And then they started playing the cartoon, CGI animation, still a cartoon. And this character came in called Dinobot. He started off as one of the bad guys. We had a disagreement with Megatron, and he got fired, literally, across the planet. And so he decided to make marks on becoming leader of the Maximals. He challenged Optimus Primal to a duel, and then ended up honor bound to Optimus Primal because he saved his life. And so we had this character who believed that might makes right, that the strongest should lead. And that's a very G1 Dinobot motto. That is very much what the deal was in G1, both in the cartoon and the comics, that the strongest should lead. It's just why they weren't Decepticons was the fact that they also had empathy towards other life forms. So he had that, and he developed an entire code, an honor code around the idea that the strongest should lead, and not because strongest makes them, that is the be all and end all, but because they have the strength to protect people around them. And it was a character. This was the first, in the G1 cartoon, it was always black and white, good versus evil. And Dinobot in Beast Wars is the prime example of the shades of grey that's made it a more sophisticated series than any other series out there there'd been. Transformers. Well, since this was the first next series, and so it was a next step up. This was like, we're going to start telling these type of stories now. We're going to have characters that have moral dilemmas. So he became my favourite character in the show. Oh, and even these stupid leg things here, they don't seem as hateful as they once did. Maybe it's just now there's a lot of natural wooden floors in my current house that you just kind of just brush past them when you look at it. So he became a favourite character in the show. And by the time the episode Code of Hero, he became quite possibly my favourite Transformers character. And this is the toy of him. This is the plastic toy of him. I like the colours used, the flesh tone, the striping, the very Jurassic Park Velociraptor eyes, the nice chomping jaw, the mouth full of razor teeth. I'm not too keen if somehow decided not to paint that bit. I like the Velociraptor hand claws, the sculpting of the dinosaur flesh, all the nooks and crannies. You have nooks and crannies, yeah? All these little nooks and crannies, and it's just beautiful. Maybe some of them are scars, maybe some of them are just folds in the skin, but it just makes an awesome design. So he's got that. He's got a nice jaw. That head can move slightly, like that slight bob that when Velociraptors move around in Jurassic Park. Blah, blah, blah. Like, blah, blah, blah. Velociraptors don't make a noise like that. It's got Velociraptor legs. I've got plenty of movement in there. It's an old toy. It's a little bit stiff. It's got a tail that comes off, like so. It's a running theme at the moment. As are dinosaurs. I kind of figured, for all intents and purposes, we're probably going to be within the last year of Transformer of the Week. So, let's talk about dinosaurs. Because it's going to get done eventually. Eventually, I will run out of Transformers, and there will not be enough to do one every week. But until that time, just like the fact that his tail can split in half, and it can spin. We'll just look at that. That's glorious. So that comes up. Let's transform it. Now, enough of battling on. We'll get result in that. Now this is the thing. Because you've got that tail weapon gimmick. If you didn't have had that, and you would have just had a way of having the legs, obviously they would have maybe made out of different plastic, become the tail, you could have had a more kibbly-free Dino Velociraptor. But we've got to have the tail weapon gimmick. You've got to have it. That's just the thing. So that separates like that. And the fact that that's where the legs end up in robot mode as well. that's the rub of it. Then we can just switch these bits back. And then this comes over onto his chest. Spin his head round. And that is Dinobot in his glorious, let's get his heels further out, robot mode. Now to be fair, he's got a bit of an Ironhide problem, whereas his well, not quite as bad as Ironhide, but his robot mode doesn't share that many similarities with his cartoon model. Like Ironhide is always seen as a bit of a disappointment because it's a strong character, and there's a lot that isn't there. I mean, the head sculpt. It's got blue in it, but it's a visor, but he had a face. Got that kind of thing where it's just a block of yellow rather than light piping. It did have a transparent skull thing that went over on for his mutant face, but that's long been lost to time. Other than that, he's a great little figure, little deluxe. His arm joints get all the leg articulation of a velociraptor. He's got some nice ball joints on his knees and his thighs. A little bit of play in his feet. He's got a little bit of play. He's got a weapon. This now can separate out. It separates like this. This bit pops out. Fortunately, there's no way for him to hold it like a sword, so you just have to hold it out like a lance to stab people. And this holds in there. Like so. And now he can drop it again. There's a theme. It's a running gag. So that spins like that now. Maybe it deflects laser bolts. Maybe it cuts people into pieces. Or maybe it lets him have some rudimentary flight capacity. Or maybe it does all three. That's the multi-purpose of the spinny tail gimmick thing. But yeah, this is a great character. It's, again, the more you play with this, when you pick this up off the shelf, you might be a little slightly disappointed. It doesn't look like a character model. You might be slightly disappointed that things don't really click into place. But the more you play with it, it's the more little bits of nicety it has. And it's a good figure. It's a fun figure. Everything is quality. I just wish, we somehow could get a better Dinobot. They did release one, a Generations line. But from my mind, that was a worse Dinobot. They tried to, make a better one. They made a worse one. It happens sometimes when you try and update things. Now there was a 3D printed one that someone had designed, and it looks spectacular. So it's never that, but you can order it and it arrives and you have to paint it yourself and shit like that. No, not my game. Someone made me one. You got my money, you know what I'm saying? Just do that. Make me a better Dinobot then. We'll pay money for it, cash dollars, yeah? Paint it, looking lovely. Voyager scale. Don't need masterpiece, whatever. Just a nice chunk Dinobot that looks fantastic with all my other toys. But until then, I do like this figure and I do appreciate it. So join me next week, Transformer of the Week, which is fastly becoming Dinosaur Transformer of the Week. Transforming Dinosaur of the Week. But until then, yeah. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Don't like, unsubscribe. Tweet this video. Write how you felt down about watching this video on a piece of paper. Tie that paper to a rock and throw it in the sea. It's up to you what you do. But I'm just here to help. But until then, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.